to more problems than dollars. Problem: what to do with Thanksgiving leftovers? Well, I'm going to show you. So, one of the first things that I did was I froze my collard greens because we're going to have these for Christmas. Yes, we're going to have my Thanksgiving collard greens for Christmas, and they're going to be delicious. Now, we had some dressing last night. We've been eating dressing and turkey and stuff for 2 days, so it's time to repurpose this, right? So I have some dressing in here and half of a turkey breast, which again, this is going to be added to my Christmas menu. I sure am. And this half of a turkey breast, I'm going to add that to my Christmas gravy. I'm going to show you guys my Christmas gravy in another video. But this goes in the deep freezer, okay? Now my macaroni and cheese, I'm not gonna freeze that because my son would have a conniption because he would eat macaroni and cheese for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. So I'm just gonna put that in a container, leave that in the fridge. He can eat that for lunch tomorrow. Okay, so I'm gonna make I'm gonna make my turkey casserole with sauteed broccoli. I thought I had peas, but I'm out, so guess what? We improvise, right? And I'm using steamable broccoli. And guess what? I happen to have this Green Giant, but usually I use Aldi's. Yes, I use Aldi's. So I'll be right back and jump right into making this casserole. Okay, so let's jump into my turkey casserole. Okay, I have a pot boiling here for my egg noodles. I'm using a half a stick of butter. Put that in my pan. You can hear that, sorry about being out of frame. You can hear that little sizzle there. So I'm just going to get that butter melted. Also, I have some organic milk, some half and half, some bouillon, garlic, salt, pepper, a little accent, some mozzarella cheese. I showed you guys the broccoli. I'm gonna do that separately in the microwave. I'm gonna cook it under the package directions and then fold that in at the end, and I'll show you guys that later. I wish I had some mushrooms to go in this, but I don't, so I have to use what I have. I also have some hoodoo and some chicken smack. Those are mine. And yes, I am going to come back and show you guys that, let's see, well, I'll give you a link. So what I'm going to do now is just drop my onion into my pan. And I'm just going to cook this until it's translucent. So, you know, I've been talking to you guys about budgeting and all of that, but part of my budgeting strategy is no waste. So, my husband and I, part of the get out of debt was this no waste. So that means we can't waste any food. We don't even go grocery shopping until all of the food is gone. Listen, I'm not just talking about the refrigerator. I'm talking about the food that's in the freezer, the pantry, everything. And y'all, when I tell you my kids be walking around here looking crazy, mad attitudes. It's pretty funny when you think about it. Like they swear down we doing them wrong. They had wanted some Big Macs. So I made homemade Big Macs. I made my own secret sauce and everything. Actually, I've added the turkey to my onion mixture, but I only put a half a stick of butter. I'm gonna come back and put another couple tablespoons because it's looking kind of dry, and I'm gonna be making a roux. So if you don't know what a roux is a thickener for like a stew or a soup. And I want my turkey coated, my turkey and onions, I want it coated in the butter. Right? So that's looking pretty good. Now I'm also going to add, now my turkey's already seasoned it because I seasoned it when I baked it, of course. But I'm going to add just a little bit of my hoodoo seasoning, just a little bit, and some fresh cracked pepper. I love fresh cracked pepper, y'all. Okay. Okay, so that's that. Stir it up a little bit. And then I'm going to add a 1/4 cup of flour. Right? Just a 1/4 cup. And just put that on top. Now, you want to stir that in. Now listen, you have to cook the raw flour taste out of your, I lost some turkey, popped out the pan. You have to cook the raw flour taste out of your food. So that's going to take about 2 to 3 minutes just to get it done. But in the meantime, you're going to need 2 cups of warm water. Oh, my water here for my noodles is boiling really good. I'm going to cut it down just a little bit. Now I'm going to add the 2 cups. I'm going to whisk in the 2 cups of warm water. And I'm going to also add a heaping tablespoon of bouillon. Maybe I'll make it 2. 2 tablespoons of the bouillon mixture. Because we want this gravy to be really, really delicious. So I don't like the powdered bouillon. I like the bouillon paste, but that's just me. I'm sure whatever you use is going to be delicious. Okay. So that's that. Now I want to taste this. So how are you going to know if it's good or not if you don't taste it? It's good. It is. It is really good. But I need to add a little bit of accent. Not a lot. Accent just brings, I'm telling you, I love accent. Accent just gives it a whole different flavor. More black pepper. You're going to season this to taste, you guys. My water is really boiling over there. You're going to season this to taste. Okay, so that's that. Now, I'm going to add my heavy cream and milk. I think I'm going to do, half and half. I left the heavy cream in there. I'm not going to do half and half. I mean heavy cream today. I should do half and half. Okay. Now, before I add the heavy cream, the half and half and milk mixture, I'm going to take it off the heat and just stir this in lightly. So really you're making like your own little cream sauce. A little cream sauce. You don't want to make it too loose because you want it to coat the noodles. Okay, so now I can cut this back up a little bit. Okay, oh, that's hot. My water is boiling really good. So I'm going to salt my water. I'm looking for salt. Salt. Well, I had this, but duh. Look what I have. My little salt thingy here. So, I'm just going to salt that. And you have to salt your pasta water heavily because that's the only way to give the pasta some flavor. So I'm just going to take my little noodles here. And I'm also going to cook these a little less than what the package tells you to. I think they cook in like 7 minutes or 6 minutes. I think I'm only going to do 5. 5 minutes. Dump that in there. Sorry about being out of frame. You guys, look. See what happens? Now look, my whisk done fell into my food. my whisk fell into my groceries, y'all. Take that out. And I gotta stir. You have to stir the noodles. Okay, so we're gonna stir those. You guys know how to cook noodles. Okay. This is thickening up nicely. I'm going to cut this off because I want my sauce to break. Guess what? I forgot. I forgot to add my garlic. But check this out. Let me grab another spoon. So that I like adding my garlic later anyway, because that way it flavors your sauce, but it doesn't burn. It takes, let me turn this up a bit. It takes nothing for garlic to burn. I mean, it is like a pet peeve of mine. Okay, now, I have some cheese here. I think I'm gonna add the mozzarella at the end. I don't wanna add the mozzarella to the sauce just yet. So, before I was rudely interrupted, I believe I was telling you guys about how my kids were clowning because we stopped buying takeout and we had to start making our own snacks. So I had everything here to make granola bars. So I made homemade granola bars. I made banana nut muffins. I made all kind of snacks. I made breakfast sandwiches, froze them. So all they had to do was come down, grab them, and eat them. So I'm gonna share all those things with you. So, but back to my turkey leftover casserole. So I drained my noodles, and I'm just going to put my noodles in the sauce. Now, before I dump all of the noodles in here, I want to make sure, because I can freeze these and use the rest of them another day if I made too many. I don't want my casserole dry, even though it does have enough flavor to where I can just add the rest of this milk to kind of loosen it up, which is the milk and the half and half mixture. So you're just gonna talk. You know what? This is looking pretty good. I may have to do that. I may have to just loosen it up just a smidge with my milk mixture. That looks delicious. Okay. You guys, I need some parsley and some scallions. You need some green. Okay. But I think I have some scallions. I'll add those later off camera. I won't pause it and make you guys wait. So I'm just gonna add a little bit of mozzarella, just because I had it in there. I made my own deep dish pizza. That's why I have this mozzarella. So I'm telling you, when I tell you no waste, honey. No one has time for that. Okay, so I'm gonna toss this in. Okay, let that mozzarella melt a little bit. Now I'm going to add in the broccoli that I cooked. It says 5 minutes. I only cooked it for 3 because I like a little bite to my broccoli. I hate overcooked broccoli, and plus it's gonna be on my sauce. You know, and the kids are gonna come down when they get ready to eat. They're gonna nuke it. You know, warm it up in the microwave. So it's just best to undercook it a little bit because no one wants mushy vegetables in your casserole. That's how casserole gets a bad rap, because you overcook your vegetables when you put it in there. Okay, that looks good. Now I'm going to add some Parmigiano Reggiano, honey. This is some of the best Parmesan you ever gonna find. I got this from Costco. Oh, so another one of my things too is I shop in bulk Not all, not all the time. Because again, waste not, want not, right? You guys, this is looking so good. I really need my husband in here on this camera so he can show you guys how good this looks. You know what? He's not in here. He left. Because he was working my nerves anyway. Look at that. Can you guys see that? Can you see how good that looks? Yeah. I told him I'm going to fire him. He works my nerves. Okay. I'm going to taste it. I got a clean fork. I'm going to taste my noodle casserole. It's hot too. This is fire. Delicious. Why do I keep calling this tuna noodle? It's turkey. My turkey noodle casserole. My goodness. This is phenomenal. So, thanks so much for hanging out with me, you guys. I appreciate it. So next time on More Problems Than Dollars, I'm going to show you some of the snacks that I make. We'll do some more budgeting. It's going to be all kind of good stuff. So, thanks.